entrepreneurs who want to grow their business and grow as a person too. That's what I am trying to do for the last 40 years. And I know Gary is trying the same for over 30 years. And we put our experience of over 100 years in life together to create these series of events. And we'll actually create a whole themed event series. And this is just to test how it works. So I'm grateful for anyone who shows up and who participates and brings their experience, their soul, their purpose, and their goodness and wellness to the world. Because believe me, this world needs it, right?
Sure does.
Absolutely.
So, what are we doing in this event series? I have a little speech prepared, but I want to give everybody 1 minute to introduce themselves. And Gary, let's start with you, and I'll go last.
All right, excellent. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited about this event. I've been looking forward to this event. This is something that Christine and I have talked about for a while, and it's great that we're finally here and we're doing it, because I think this is important for us to get together and learn and grow together. That's one of the big parts of our community and our movement. So I am Christine's business partner and co-founder of the AI Wellness Universe, and I am so excited to be learning with everybody, and I'm so glad to have you here. And I have a 35-year corporate background, so I bring my sales and marketing expertise to the business, and I am working behind the scenes with the technology. So it's great to be here with you all, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
Well, I will. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Peggy.
No, go ahead, Karen. I want to hear Karen.
Well, I'm Karen Stultz. I'm from Midcoast, Maine, and I am just really curious about how you have put together this whole book club thing and what it seems like and what it is. And basically, what I do for work is help midlife professional women let go of all of the gradu that is keeping them from enjoying an awesome life.
You know, Karen, that is wonderful that you do that. And there are so many people in this universe that need it. Thank you.
It doesn't have to be as hard as we make
You're
it.
right.
That's right. Love that.
Karen, I love what you do. Yay.
Oh, well, we need to talk, Peggy, see how collaboration can happen.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we do. My name is Peggy Gleason, and I have an extensive background as a critical care nurse, and jumped off of the Western medicine into integrative medicine, and earned my doctorate in natural health. I'm a certified integrative health coach, psychology of eating coach, and lots of other things, but that's not who I am. Who I am is someone who has experienced a lot of things in life and have been resilient through all of it. And my mission in my life is to help other women be resilient too, and to, rise above it. And what I focus on oftentimes is looking at how women deal with different things in their life, stresses most of all, and how they turn to food for
Where's
comfort.
my snacks?
And I have been blessed beyond measure to connect with Dr. Christine and Gary, more than I can tell you, because I believe God planted them in front of me for a reason, because their mission matches, and I'm here for the full ride for sure. But thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Peggy.
That's wonderful, Peggy.
Yes, that was beautiful. Thank you, Peggy.
Gary, why don't
Sheila.
you talk a little bit about the vision and mission that we had or still have when we created first the AI Wellness Universe to use AI for good, and then now move it on to the Purpose to Profit program to elevate other wellness entrepreneurs?
Yes, all right. Well, thank you, Christine. Christine and I met each other a little over a year ago, and I knew right away that there was a connection there, and I wanted to work with Christine more. And the more we talked, it was so natural and such a great fit. And I think we both want to serve and help others grow and improve their quality of life. And we've struggled through the pains of trying to start a business and be an entrepreneur, especially in the coaching space. And I think through those struggles, we came together and found ways that work and the tools that work and the systems. And we started to notice in the area, certain areas that we were struggling on, and we realized this is there's a common theme amongst all the coaches and wellness entrepreneurs that we're speaking to. And we felt that, and we wanted to find ways to make things easier. And, AI was a big part of that in the beginning. And we started creating the tools that we needed to use. And that was the reason, that is how the AI wellness came about. We were creating tools that we needed to make things easier for us. And we were like, this is so great that we have to share it with the world. And that's where it all started. And then as we started doing that, we noticed that people needed a little more than that, right? They needed more help, more support. So then it kind of morphed into mentoring, and then done with you and done for you packages, because there was a need there. The market was there. It was calling out to us. And we're like, we can do this. We're learning and we're doing and teaching all at the same time, which is Christine's big on that. And she's kind of instilled that within me to follow that path as well. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're growing, we're learning, we're teaching all at the same time, and we're helping others. And along our path, we've discovered the tools and the ways that work. So we've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And it's nice because it's almost giving you a shortcut. And we provided a roadmap to get you from the beginning to actually achieving success and reaching these goals that you've set, for yourself. So I'm just so excited. And this is part of that learning process. Christina and I both are big on learning, always learning. We're always doing training and learning every day, all the time. And we talk to each other, and we want to pass that on. So I think this book club is a big part of that, because we can bring up books that we have read and that have helped us. And Christine has a great book list, and I'm working through that list myself now. And so I think it's great to talk about and highlight some of these books and kind of go through them together so we can all learn and grow.
Wow, thank you, Gary. You're a wonderful person. And let me just grab that book list again, because I saw that the link is not proper and it probably won't work the way it is. You can, of course, try it anytime. And it's also on our website, the AIWellnessUniverse.org, because yes, we are absolutely working as a not-for-profit. That's the org is not just for shows. And we do not want to profit in a monetary sense from this, because profit has many dimensions, right? Gary, I think you talked about that on YouTube, because he's really our main person on YouTube. So let's try this link here. Yeah, this will work. When you click on the bottom link, it takes you to the website, and you can download that book list that I put together. And it doesn't even require you to opt into that. I wanted to make it really easy, because I'm so passionate about reading those books. And yes, there's books about marketing and sales in it. But some of them, like Brian Tracy, is a wonderful, soulful marketer. And even Grant Cardone, that at first I thought, what an idiot, I came to like him after a while because I said, yeah, I don't like him, but he's speaking the truth. It does make sense. And you can really learn from everybody, not just the people that you like. But I've learned more from the people that I didn't like, at least at first. And the people that I really didn't like, I learned the most of it because you also need to know how you don't want to be. Not just where you want to go, but also where you don't want to go. For example, I often compare life, and you can see that in the movie room, with walking uphill on a mountain. It's really similar. And if you have a guide that shows you the way and avoids you to falling into crevices and holes that are unavoidable in part, it makes it easier. You still have to walk with all the baggage on your back. It's still hard, but it's no longer impossible, and it's less likely that you get lost and fall out in a crevice and end up in a miserable state, having to be rescued or worse. So that's the whole purpose of the whole thing. And when we came up with purpose driven, we said, yes, that's it. And where did we have really the idea? I want to show you. I'm all about show and tell. So I go outside of my comfort zone and show you my real background. My browser's not detecting my camera. Thank you, browser. You're such an idiot. Okay. Never forget, the browsers don't know nothing. Circle cam is off. Can I put the other cam on? Yeah, there I am. Look,
Yeah, there you are.
I am in front of a green screen. Now let me see if the chroma cam will work. It should. This is a green screen for Go Brunch that works on systems that do not support a green screen all the time, like Go Brunch. I know the founder of Go Brunch. I was one of the early adopters because I loved the idea. But when I first tried it, it was just not ready. So now you can see me here in my beautiful living room. It's fake, but it's beautiful. It could be my real. Now, here is how I got to the purpose-driven life. Now, this is obviously not the right direction, so I have to learn how to turn it around with the mirror. It doesn't work. It's by Pastor Rick Warren, The Purpose-Driven Church, a book that sold millions of copies and has helped churches to grow. Now, how did I learn about that book? In two ways, like everything circles back. Number one, I am a teacher on Dr. Daniel Amen's team, and Dr. Amen wrote
Wow.
the Daniel Plan, a weight loss program that is aligned with principles of the church. He actually wrote it with Pastor Warren together. And then I heard about that book again when it came to growing a business as a template that other churches could follow. So I said, freaking freak, if it works for churches and we are full of purpose and soul, and most of our audience and us have a Christian background, whether you go to church or not doesn't matter. And there's churches that are so fundamental that I personally had over, I would say, 40 years of more or less atheism because I was so turned off by what was going on that I nearly disconnected. And then I actually read books about like the mystic Christ that helped me to reconnect with my purpose, my spiritual roots. And I said, oh, what the church teaches, like in the Middle Ages, is not necessarily what is the true spirit, what in the Bible is said. That's my opinion. And I know there's very divisive discussions about that topic. I had those with my brother. He told me actually that I'll go to hell because I do not believe in Jesus Christ like he does, literally. So there's big waves. I don't want those kinds of big waves. Some of that is fine, but I would love if you reflect on your spiritual roots. And that's what this book club event is for. Now, even for those who have been disconnected, this book, The Purpose Driven Church, is great. If you're still looking for the purpose in your life, The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren was a New York Times best-selling author. You only get that title if you sell more than 50,000 copies. And actually, this one sold over 50 million copies. It is a true great book for every person that wants to rediscover a purpose-driven life. What on earth am I here for? And I found that's a question that I asked me a lot when I was 40 years ago in the mental hospital and wanted to end my life. I said, what is there to live for? Just making money?
Mhm.
And I lost that ability when I lost my ability to work as a physician. So life lost for a while all purpose for me. And I was determined to end it because what's a life without purpose? It's really worthless, I thought. And I was wrong, like in many things. And it took many people and many years of reflection and reading good books and reflecting on those books to grow from that state to a state where I'm now happy and healthy and going forward with purpose, passion, and hopefully a little bit of soul. And finding Gary and finding this program that we invented together was truly inspired. I know it was. And I know the audience will find us when they are ready. And it will be a good program. And it will not just our program. It will be a program that is for wellness entrepreneurs, but also created by wellness entrepreneurs. And I want to encourage everyone that wants to lead a session, that wants to have a room in Go Brunch. I mean, those rooms, as opposed to Zoom, they are open 24/7. Feel free to just hop on, grab the link, hop on. If nobody else is there, meet there. It's open 24/7. You don't have to pay for a Zoom subscription. You can, if you want to hold space for your business, yeah, we'll charge a few dollars, less than a paid Zoom subscription. But just imagine you can have a full day event and never have to change anything. You can have like a hotel. When I discovered this system, I saw the possibilities. That's my strength. I see the possibilities in people, in systems, and I love doing what I'm doing. I really do. So when you look at the rooms, and there's also spaces, you can see them as a participant. But once you have one, I can rent spaces that will be yours. Nobody else can go there. You can have a custom domain on it. There's lots of possibilities. You can have your own backgrounds and rooms, and you see the navigation here. There's an info center, an exit. You can make signs with canvas, with clickable links. It's quite interesting. Now, that's it. What else are we going to read? When you go to the room chat, now there's a link to the website with a list of downloadable books. But I also would like you to contribute your ideas. So this room chat, you can click on it, the message, and just type in what you want to read, what books you would like to read, topics, for example, what you're thinking about. One book that helped me a lot was by Dr. David Burns, Feeling Good. And he actually wrote a sequel, Feeling Great. This is a book about a different kind of cognitive therapy. It's one that's measurable and that actually works, not just for me, but also for my clients. And I expect my clients to go from sad to sparkle within a year and be relatively happy and well adjusted. What my psychiatrist told me is impossible. So I'm sorry, I proved him wrong. And I know you may be disappointed about it. I certainly am not. Now, other books that I really enjoy is the No Bullshit book by Dan Kennedy. I have them all. Now, he does direct response marketing. Anybody knows about direct response marketing? What is it? Okay.
It's not direct sales,
No,
right?
direct
No,
response
I don't know that one.
marketing is a form of marketing where you bring out messages that are so exciting to your target market that those people that are aligned with you and interested in what you have to offer can't help but click on it. They really want it. And you see it sometimes in advertising. It is being abused, like all good things in life are being abused. The atomic bomb is a good idea. Atomic energy would work if it wouldn't be abused. There's other things that have been abused. That's one thing. Then there's other books that I read that are really good. Brendon Burchard. Oh, anybody not know Brendon Burchard? High Performance Habits?
I I have that.
He's
Yes.
wonderful.
It's good.
I was on his event in California in 2018, and I thought I knew it all afterwards, and I didn't. So again, I had to flop like many of us, but it was an amazing event. And I want to contribute to teach some of the strategies that actually are proven to work and help you guys to adopt them. And as Peggy, you're a participant in our Purpose to Profit 90-day program, and
Hmm.
it actually tells you step by step with tasks that you can check off. And we guarantee after 90 days, if you can do it in the time, which is hard, I must say, it's really hard. But if you can do it, you will be successful. Now, another book that really changed my life. I know what to do, so why don't I do it? Have you read it, Peggy, by Nick Hall? He's a neuroscientist, a PhD. It is funny. It is good.
I don't have it yet, but boy, oh boy, I love the title so much. And I wrote it down because I was like, I have to get this book.
Yeah. I know what to do, so why don't I do it? And I know a lot
That's
of
the
things.
question for
Yeah,
everybody.
go ahead, Karen. What did you want to say?
I'm sorry, Dr. Christine. Yes, that is true for everybody. We know exactly what to do. We've always known what to do, but we're not doing it.
And what we want to teach, and at least we are trying to do that, is strategies that actually help you to do the things that you know are right for you to do. Because I tried for years to teach people the things that they should do, which doesn't work. Because even if you know what you should do, you don't do it. And I was the same way. And that's why I ballooned to 325 pounds, although I knew I shouldn't stuff myself with cake every day. Right, Peggy?
Yes.
And and yeah, there are strategies to lose weight. And I'm not an Ozempic fan, by the way. I had weight loss surgery, and I'm open about that. It was 17, 18 years ago. Now, even after that, most people gain everything back and then some. So it's still necessary to learn how to do what you know is right for you, at least most of the time, because you don't need to do it all the time. And that balance is hard. It's hard to achieve. Then there's other books that I really love. Of course, Russell Brunson. Who doesn't know Russell Brunson? Who knows what he's doing, what he's famous for?
ClickBank. ClickBank. Click.
ClickFunnels.
Is it a ClickBank?
ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
Yep.
ClickFunnels. I knew it was click
Russell
something.
Brunson became a
Yep.
millionaire with ClickFunnels.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
I've read all his books, but I didn't do all the strategies that he teaches. Why didn't I do it? Nick Hall answers it in his book. And then there's other books that I really like the Atomic Habits book by James Clear, famous book, or Tiny Habits. And I've done courses about that. And it's really valuable because nobody can change habits massively in one day and keep it changed. Very seldom. It works sometimes, but usually it's a process. And that's why, for example, 6 weeks weight loss programs just don't work. And Peggy knows that I have a 1 week program to lose weight rapidly. It works. You lose rapidly weight in the week. But
Yeah, and you gain it rapidly the next week.
if you don't transition to a
Right. Yeah, that's the
long-term
way it works a lot of
program,
times.
exactly. That's why diets don't
Yeah.
work. 98% of diets don't work long-term. 98% of dieters gain all the weight back and then some after 18 months. So I decided
True.
if I ever do my weight loss program, and I did it for a few years, it needs to last a year. And I refuse to enroll people for less than that because I know it doesn't work. And the
That's
same, by
right.
the way, for depression recovery, another one of my famous programs that I love to do. But no, I can't help you to get out of depression in 2 weeks. Sorry. I can teach you, but you are cheaper reading a book about it. I have books that teach you all you need to know, but that doesn't mean you do it.
That's right.
So,
I think, that's so important. And there's been times where I'm so excited to learn new things. And I think maybe everybody can relate to this. And sometimes you get stuck in learning mode and you're just learning and absorbing everything, but you're forgetting to actually do and take action and implement what you learn. And sometimes we get trapped in that learn, and we never do. So I think that, and I think something that I've learned for me was to break things down into smaller pieces. And Christine and I call it micro actions. These micro actions that you can do on a daily basis that are small but achievable. And those small wins are what give you that drive to keep going. Because if you're just learning and not doing, and then you're not getting anywhere, and you end up just spinning your wheels. And I did that for quite a while, spinning my wheels. And I felt like I'm learning, I'm getting all this knowledge and information, but wasn't really getting anywhere. And it's because I wasn't taking action. And sometimes when you look at that big picture, and it just seems so overwhelming. And that's where those micro actions came into play. Because for me, if I can get a few tasks done each day, and they could be small, but they're still wins. And that gets me excited and keeps me going. So I think it's so important to put what you learn into action.
I love that. And I was thinking about the other thing in another book that I really loved was The Compound Effect,
yes.
and by
Yes.
Darren Hardy. And to me, that was really hit me hard because it was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're doing little steps, but you're building and building and building upon all these actions, and all of a sudden you have done so much. And just like you say, if you have these micro steps, and all of a sudden it's a giant step because you've put all those micro steps together. But I love that. Thank you, Gary. That was great.
Yeah. And he's really
Thank you.
good in putting that, in breaking it down. And I think it's just divine thing that we met each other and are able to produce those programs. And also what I found really important is to celebrate every little thing. And
Yes.
classic example is hoarders, right? We know people that just stuffs everywhere. And then when you ask them, why don't you clean it up? Oh, it's too much. I don't know where to start. We all have heard that. We all have done it at some point. And I really have a friend
Mhm.
too who does it as a coaching program, the one thing, which is true. Just start with one thing in one corner. And she actually helped me years ago. I
Yeah.
hired her to help me clean up my office because it was a big mess, bigger than it still is. It's still a mess, but it's okay. It's not a big mess. It's just a little.
But it looks beautiful from
Thank
here.
you. Hey, it's always my real office has papers everywhere and books, and it doesn't look as pretty. And it's not always bright because there's a light,
Mm.
but it's beautiful too. And you don't need much space. And Brennan Burchard tells the story that he started in his girlfriend's bedroom with a laptop, his multi-million business. So never give up. The compound effect, Peggy, you are right. And it takes time. And many of us, especially the second career entrepreneurs, right? We come from maybe a corporate world, or we have raised children and stayed home as home care nurses, or we stayed home with the husband and looked after a family and raised children, which is a full-time task, I think. Having it done myself, I can't imagine having to work when my children were small and handing them off to some kind of childcare. That is never as good as a mom. Now, if you've done it, it's fine, and the children hopefully turned out well. But I think ideally, as a woman, I always wanted to be there for family too, which creates a conflict, and that's why women have so much more problems with all those issues. Because for men, it's kind of expected you go out and look after the family. And a woman, after the emancipation, or really Efraucipation, man is a German man, it means boy, so it should be Efraucipation, a womancipation, whatever. I love to take words apart. So after that, I think women got stressed out more than ever. And that's why so many women's groups are there, because women love community, love support, but men do too. Don't exclude them. There's very many soulful men, and Gary knows a few, and he is one. So that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing today?
And
I wanted to share a few questions for you, and of course, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Let me share the screen, and I hope you can see it well. We'll see if you can. Window, here's a window. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Can you see that?
there it is. Yes,
I can.
Perfect.
Yep.
So let me.
And you see in the corner, bottom right corner, those little arrows, you can pull it and make it bigger, right?
Down to the circle cam, so it's easier. And there's a little handle in the bottom right corner, and you can make it bigger and pull it around. And let me put it in the middle. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well.
Perfect. So again, welcome to the Growth Book Club for Purpose-Driven Wellness Entrepreneurs. Okay, now I have to go to the next one. That's what I really want to know. What books or topics are you interested in most? Bad English, like everything I do, but you know what I mean, right? Just type it in the chat box. Oh, look at this. I have to show that off. My husband, isn't he a wonderful guy? He just bought me some blueberries. Good for the brain.
Nice.
Antioxidant rich. From Nova Scotia.
Yes, very
yummy. Yummy.
They grow in Nova Scotia. And I said, we have lots of blueberries in Nova Scotia, blueberry country. So you would think that Nova Scotians are especially brain healthy. They are not. Maybe they don't eat enough blueberries to export them, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. They eat too much other things like Twinkies. Twinkie Twinkle. Okay. Now, just type it in the chat, room chat. When you see room chat, you can click there and add a message. And you can type a topic in there, I hope. Try it, please, and let me know if you can. And type in what you would like to see for books. And I put the compound effect already in, Peggy. And other books or topics that we could discuss that have helped you and that you think would help other wellness entrepreneurs with personal and business growth, because I think one goes with the other. When you can't grow as a person or think you know everything, or you go with a soulless marketing and sales tactics, it's not helpful for most of us. I went into sales to learn how it's done. I went door to door selling internet services. And eventually I clashed with my boss because I had another idea how to sell as he did. He was more pushy, and I said, I'm not pushing them. And I had the same conversion rates as other that went door to door, but I got chastised, and so I left. I'm sorry. That didn't align with me. And I think it happens a lot in the corporate world that rules go over results. And I think it's just wrong.
Right. Yeah. People get, they get lost in selling, and it's really not about selling. It's about service.
Mm.
And when you have the right message to the right people, it feels
Yeah,
natural, and, they're attracted to what you're doing.
yeah. And
It, and
go ahead.
I think it's about building relationships
Yeah.
first and foremost.
Absolutely. Yes.
And
100%.
they actually teach you that in sales, but many sales teams don't do it. As
Mhm.
always, learn, do, and teach. That's the sequence. And I tried to teach it, but it wasn't welcome in the corporation that I was part of. So I left because I wasn't aligned with what they were doing. And it happens a lot. People burn out for that reason. Doctors burn out because when they don't align with the purpose that they have to represent. Happened a lot during COVID, as you know. Now, what we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about in these book clubs are 5 or 6 major topics. One will be, of course, self-discovery and purpose. And those are actually events that we'll thread into an event series. There will be a small fee of it because it takes a lot of preparation for that. But I think it will be well worth it. And we want to give people the opportunity to really take something along, and we'll give them a workbook to work on it. So it will be a true course, but live event course. And they get a lot out of it. Today is more introductory to see, test the system, and make sure it does work as expected. Now, really think about this, and please put it in the chat box if you like. What inspired? Yeah, yes.
Christine, I cannot put anything in the chat
Oh,
box.
okay. Let me see.
I don't know. Can you, Peggy?
Yes, I've been putting stuff
Did you
in
try
there.
on the bottom?
I put in stuff before.
Very can,
You know, it
Okay.
is
can.
all
Let
the
me
way at the
see.
bottom.
You have. Okay.
Up
All the way at the
opposite
bottom?
the white
It's kind
arrow.
of hard to see.
Yeah.
Where
On
the
the
white
side next
arrow
to the
is,
arrow.
it's so dark.
All right. Let me try it one more time here.
There's a white arrow when you go to the left of the white arrow. And I noticed on my laptop and on my phone, it looks black on black. So I'll talk to, yeah, you're typing, it says.
Oh, okay. I got
Yeah.
it now.
There you go.
Got
Yeah.
it
It's hard
now.
to see. It's hard to see.
It's very difficult to
And
see. Yes.
Yeah,
let's
there you
test.
go.
Wonderful. Thank you, Karen. And it
Thank
depends,
you.
it really depends on the device. And I'll talk to the owner, Richard Lowenthal is his name. He's from Brazil that invented Go Brunch. And I really like him. He's a great guy. And I like the idea that he has of not just having meetings, but having experiences. So you will see that every part of this course series will be in a separate room dedicated to that topic area with a different background, because it's just an AI background that is specifically prompted to look like a beautiful room. And it's quite interesting what you can do with that. And as you see, you can embed clickable links, and it works with Canva, by the way. So, question for everybody. What inspired you to start your wellness business? Blueberries.
Blueberries are great. I was having blueberries last night. I like to Actually, I have them with cottage cheese. I'm surprised how well that goes together. I would have never thought that'd be good, but it is excellent. And it's good protein. I like the protein. I'm always trying to get
Thank you, Karen.
my protein intake
Yeah,
up.
life is too short not to enjoy. So, what inspired you? You can also say it, whatever works.
I saw my mom dying with a lot of regret, even though she had had on the outside an amazing life, a wonderful life. And she had a lot of anger and regret and frustration and grief. And I said, you know what? If I don't make a change, I will end up the same way. And that's not cool. So what can I do? And went into coaching, which was a whole lot better than psychotherapy for fast relief. And I thought, I saw that too many people were not making advancements because there were blocks. And if they don't know what those blocks are, all the coaching in the world is not going to help, or the therapy or anything else. So, and I didn't want to go trying to figure out blocks or bringing up something that perhaps wasn't even mine. So I started looking at ways to release those blocks without a lot of effort, without a lot of time, without a lot of pain. So I could gently and easily remove the blocks so I could move forward. And as I built my toolbox, I created the heart energy techniques that do just that, because until we can release those traumas that we didn't even recognize as traumas, or the environmental blocks that we didn't even recognize, it's very challenging to move forward and achieve what you want to achieve, especially removing the limiting beliefs. So that's where I started gathering the tools together and using it on myself, and when it worked, and also one of my core beliefs is that we are all unique. We are all the same in many ways, but we are all unique, and we respond to things differently, and what works one day may not work another day. So we need to have these toolbox of tools that will allow us to recognize where we are, recognize or be reminded of where we want to be, and be given the self-healing abilities to move forward. So that's where I started.
Thank you. You expressed that beautifully. And I found too that conventional methods often just don't do it. And for example, havening techniques, when I found that, and it's probably one other of the body, mind, spirit techniques, and it's very effective. In 15 minutes, you can remove a traumatic memory that blocked people for years. And I'm sure with your heart energy technique, you do the same, right, Karen?
Yes, absolutely. And the havening is a small part
Yeah.
of that, but yes.
Yeah, as
So
practitioners
wonderful.
over time, we all build a toolbox that aligns with us and what we do. And then we find clients that feel aligned with us and what we do. And that's why it's important to be out there, have videos out there, so they can a little bit experience the personality of us. Because some people want to work with Peggy, some people want to work with Karen, some people said, oh, no, I want to work with Gary. And there may be even some that want to work with me. So it's all great. And I agree with you, Karen. The certifications are nice to look at, but they are really worthless when it comes to the personality and the wisdom.
it's how you relate to someone for sure. And that the wonderful thing is, I was listening to it the other day. People talk about still look at your competition. And I'm saying, yeah, yeah, there are a lot of people that look at competition, and I look at it as an opportunity for collaboration. Or the fact is, there are what, 8 billion people in the world? How many coaches are there? We
Right.
can't take care of everybody.
There's enough
So,
for everyone. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and who I relate to is not who you relate to, and vice versa. So, and it's all good.
It's all
It
good. Yeah.
doesn't mean right or wrong.
Really, I love that what you just said, Karen. It's so true. And in the beginning, I thought, oh,
It's so
weight
great.
loss, everybody does weight loss. It's not good. No, when many people do weight loss, means there's a real problem there for people that needs a solution. Because if it was easy to solve, it would be already solved, right?
Yeah, and if it works for one, it will work for others. It might not work for you,
Right. It might work for
but
half of the people, and the other half needs something else. Or there may be 10 or
mhm,
20 different methods, or 150 or 200. And you have to go on a journey to find what works for you. And each client has to go on a journey. Each practitioner has to go on a journey. It's really interesting, the journeys that we go through, right? Now,
and the tools are so easy sometimes.
yes,
You just have to be willing to be opening to shifting the limiting beliefs.
exactly.
So I even had someone who had traumatic brain injury and severe anger issues, and uh, I knew nothing about it. I'm not in the medical world, knew nothing. And he came back after the fourth session and said, Karen, I don't need you anymore. Everybody's even seeing the change in
Yeah.
me. And the doctors are saying, what on earth happened?
Hmm.
And he said, Karen
Yeah.
happened. And it was so great. The reason I bring him up is because I told him what we would do with essential oils and tapping and hypnosis and NLP and everything else that is in my toolbox and the heart energy techniques. And he said, okay, fine and dandy. And by the way, Karen, I don't believe in any of this crap.
Fine. Don't have to.
And I said, you don't have to believe in it. Just will you be open and allowing to see the change when it occurs? Because it will occur whether you believe in it or not. And he said, yeah, I'll do that. So 4 weeks later, not even,
Wow.
it was 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, he was a changed person.
Yeah.
That is
Seen that,
huge.
and
It's
That
always
is
so,
beautiful.
it is. And I always say, I mean, it's so important to always keep an open mind. I mean, how many times have you thought that something wasn't going to work? And how many times has that been the thing that actually worked? And you're like, man, there's no way I was even going to try that because I didn't think it was going to work. And it
Exactly.
ends up being the one. After all the things you did think was going to work didn't work. So, I mean, you just never know, right?
And it could have been the day.
yeah,
It's okay. Whatever it is,
right.
just as long as you are willing to be aware and making the choice to make the change.
Right. And I love that you
Yes.
say choice, because it's really a choice. And some people choose to stay stuck because they have a reason for that. And there's good reasons to stay stuck too. It has benefits sometimes. Now, when it comes to business growth, that's the next point we'll address. And we'll take about 5 or 10 minutes to go through the rest. And we'll send out emails for that too. And there will be more events. And the whole series will be around all that. And we all can use our methods that we have and the combination of methods. You called it a toolbox, which I really like because there's tools and there's also a strategy. And you have to have a strategy to string the tools together to get the best results. Now, we all have learned in the medical field, in the coaching field, in the therapy field, how to string those tools together to get the clients good results. But before that, how to use tools and strategy to bring the right soul aligned clients in front of us. That was my biggest challenge before I met Gary. And then he said, let's solve it. And I thought, oh shit, how do we do that? I had no idea. And AI just came along. So we prompted our own AI system, as you know. And it's specific. It's still the only one. I can't believe nobody else has done it. It's still the only one that's specific for wellness entrepreneurs, and it's a nonprofit, and it works great. So that said, we all have challenges, and I'll share those slides afterwards. So just have a look at it. We won't have the time to go into it because I want to be respectful of your time. We're actually planning on make the events a little longer for the for the 6-part series. So we actually have time to discuss a little bit afterwards, not just look a book. So biggest challenge in growing your business, most of the time, it's of course getting paying clients, right? That was my biggest challenge. Then mindset and visibility. Karen, you would be good to teach a session on that. What beliefs or fears hold you back? How do you feel about selling your services? There's a big block for many of us. It was for me for a long time. And that's why I said, I go door to door, do whatever it takes to learn that shit that I don't know how to sell. Soulful selling is so important. What would you change if you felt 100% confidence in your message and value? So that's something that we really want to teach in a soulful way, how to do, not in a sneaky, sleazy way, like it's sometimes done. I think it's totally unethical. But the sad truth is money is important. Without money coming in our business, we'll go bankrupt. And if our families depend on an income, we need even more clients, paying clients, to pay the rent, to pay the food, to maybe pay for the school of the children, pay for travel, pay for clothes, even the necessities. Everything costs money. So we need to resolve that block that many people have when it comes to asking for money from people. It's easy when you're in a healthcare system. And I remember when I was a physician, I just put a number in and I billed it. I didn't have to ask for money. It just came in. It was easy. I never thought about how easy it really is to make money when you're a physician, or even as a psychologist. It's a little harder, but it's still, if you have insurance coverage, it's easier. And of course, the people are supposed to get helped, but I found that some psychologists, and don't get that wrong, Karen, I don't mean you at all, don't want their people to get better because then they don't make money from them anymore. Sad.
That was one of my big bugaboos.
And my psychiatrist, when he told me, with your diagnosis, you shouldn't be that well, I thought, wow, really? Do they expect people with a diagnosis of depression to never get well? Wow. That was an eye-opener how psychiatry, conventional psychiatry, thinks. Now, technology and tools are important these days if you want to reach an audience beyond your local area. AI is here to stay, whether you like it or not. I'm not a fan. I wish sometimes the whole technology would be rolled back to the 80s when life was slower and a little bit easier, maybe not. Life is never easy. Life is always hard and shitty sometimes. But technology and tools have made it more complex, more complicated, and faster. But there's also opportunities to reach an audience that you never could have reached without technology and without AI. So we want to contribute to using that technology for good, to elevate wellness and goodness, as Gary said so nicely. And then, of course, we want to talk about vision and action. Because without a clear roadmap and the support, probably you won't be at not much of a different place in 90 days. So that's something to reflect on. And if you are interested, you can certainly click on the event and learn more about that. And we do a soul alignment call and see if people are interested in working for us, and Peggy is in the program, and she is making progress, but it's slow. Of course it is in the beginning. That's a compound effect. It gets faster as you go, but it is steady.
It's terrific.
Thank you. You know, I don't know how to say it in English, but how it is with the steady drip hollows the stone. Is there an English proverb for that that expresses the same sentiment, that if something drips on the same place on a stone for centuries, the stone gets hollow, even though it was a stone that seems very solid? There's a German proverb. I don't know if the English counterpart exists, but it's very true. If you have,
It is true. And I believe there is something that exists out there. And I can't think of it at the moment, but yes, it is so true, right?
sometimes I struggle with it. It's a beautiful thing to record, but sometimes it just doesn't do the right thing. Okay, now I know what I have to do, I think. Close that presentation. Yes! And I'm still learning how to use it better because I love the background. I love looking out of this window into
Oh, me
nature and
too.
being in a room, not just in an area where one face next to the other stares. And I know if you were in corporate during COVID, there were sometimes 50 people on a call, and it looked terrible. And some of the people were half naked, and when they got up, you saw their butt because they were in the pajamas, and sometimes not even that. Uh, I don't mind doing that, but I think it's just not nice. I prefer,
A little too comfortable, right?
and I mean, in this system, I've seen rooms built that looked like a castle, like a dream castle out of fairy tales. And they look beautiful. And you can build all kinds of elaborate rooms if you want to. And I love nature. So all our rooms are more or less nature themed. And maybe at some point we'll build a dream castle where you can click on different things and open doors and go somewhere. That's all possible. And that's something that I think we cannot see enough of. Possibilities. Never discount possibilities. I've been to Lourdes when I was
Absolutely.
15 years old. And I knew I wanted to be a medical doctor then. And I knew that there are certain diseases like cancer that you die from. That's what they tell you, right? And it's just not true. And then my parents told me that we went to Lourdes, which is in France. It's a big place where Catholic people usually go to pray to and it's a place where spontaneous healings take place. So I was skeptical, right? Scientist mode. There were 1,000 people praying when we were there. It was a big, big thing. And I was impressed by all the people. But I thought, well, they don't know what they're doing, right? 15-year-old cocky. I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought other people don't know what they're doing. Typical teenager, right? So my parents said, let's go in the back and look at the grotta. And there were people praying and the usual candles. And I thought, okay. And then I saw a plaque. And the plaque stated the confirmed healings with the medical diagnosis and records, how it was diagnosed by x-rays, by pathology. It was proven they actually had terminal cancer. And then the people were healed in Lourdes. And there were 32 when I was there in 1976. And that impressed the heck out of me. And I'm usually not somebody that loses their words easy, but I was speechless. I thought, wow, there is things between heaven and earth that we don't know nothing about. And that was one of the reasons I chose to become a family doctor and a naturopath. because I just didn't believe that things are impossible. And yes, we are all going to die, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. But we are. I talked with the president here of the local Healing and Cancer Society. I led with him a few group sessions. It was wonderful. And he said, sometimes a cure is not possible, but people still can be healed. And that made me think. And we have a wonderful pastor here that does cancer patients and helps people transition. David McGinley has a website too. I built it for him. He's wonderful. And he is an interfaith pastor. And that he opened my eyes that belief systems, faith, Christianity is not just the words in the Bible. There's so much more behind it. And, over time, one thing leads to another. And then, of course, I met Gary and we created the Purpose to Profit program. And I'm so excited. And the book club will be an event where people learn to value that there's more than science. And I found that pretty much all big people, all big thinkers of the times are saying the same, no matter what faith traditions. When you read between the lines of the words and go to the spiritual mission, they're similar. Now, is it abused? Of course it is. In the 14th century, Christianity was abused to kill people. Currently, Islam is abused to kill people. Every spiritual tradition, maybe not so much Buddhism, but maybe even that has been abused in the past. So it's up to us and to the individual, right, to grow, to do what we can in our little tiny way, one person at a time. And I said to Gary when we met, I said, I really would love to reach out to others that are struggling like us and help them to help more people, because it creates a ripple effect. Yeah, I could go on and do brain health and mental health coaching. I love it. I help people, they get well in a year. It's one person. I cannot do more than 5 a month at the most, even if I work the hardest. It is exhausting, maybe 10 if I double up, but still it's hard. But if I help other wellness entrepreneurs that are doing great things to multiply their message, and they're all aligned, and I would never enroll a ruthless person or a person that I learn about that they do something really bad. Now, this is what makes me get up out of bed in the morning. Gary, why don't you talk a little bit about what we are planning, and then we'll close this session, because I noticed it's 10 minutes after 2 here, or 10 minutes after 1 Eastern time, or for Gary, 10 after 10 in the morning in Pacific in California.
Right. I'm always the early one, which is great. I'm a morning person, so I don't mind. I truly believe these are exciting times that we are living in. We are blessed to be here right now. I feel like anything is possible. It truly is. And there are no limits anymore, because you can really do anything that you want with the help of technology now and AI. I mean, it's how awesome is it that you can ask a question, you can get a roadmap and for what you want to do. I mean, if anything your mind can think of, you can plug it in and say, help me do this, show me how to do it, give me a step-by-step, and make it in plain English and simple for me to understand. And you can break it down as small as you want. I mean, you can do anything you want really with AI now. It's going to provide the roadmap for you. And I think that's what Christine and I wanted to do, was provide a roadmap. There's so many talented coaches out there with great gifts to offer to the public, and they don't know how to get it in front of the public. And most that we talk to feel overwhelmed by technology. And this is where Christine and I really excel. So we were able to use those skills and gifts to pass that along and show people how to do it and take care of a lot of the heavy lifting for them by providing a step-by-step roadmap and help them get to where they want to go. And people are having a hard time attracting the right people. And we came to find out that a lot of times it's the messaging, and you're not getting if you don't know who your ideal client is, you don't really know who you're speaking to. So when you're putting content out there, if you're not crafting that content to go to that specific audience, really nobody's hearing it, right? That's where we get the crickets, where you're posting or you're putting out blogs or newsletters, and it doesn't feel like anybody's seeing it. But it's not the right message in front of the right group. So being able to help people learn how to do that is just so rewarding for us. And the world is in a place to where so many people are struggling, so many people are hurting, and Christine and I wanted to do our part to help elevate and bring people up and help people thrive and succeed. So that's what we've been working on, and that's what we've been building, and we have built a system that works. We've been doing this for almost going on a year now. Probably 9-10 months we've been building this out, and we've been growing and learning as we do it. And now we've gotten to a point to where we found what works and what's successful and which tools work and which ones don't. So we can provide a shortcut and a roadmap to help others get there and spread their goodness. And we need that in the world today to spread goodness, because there is so much negativity and bad out there. And we have to provide a balance. So that's our mission, and our goal is to provide that balance for the side of good, and to really push that and spread that ripple effect across the world. And with technology today, we're able to do that. I mean, we meet on a daily basis with people face to face all over the world. I mean, how exciting is that? So we can really spread this message far and wide. And that's what we're doing. And we're so happy to have you be part of this community. You guys have been instrumental in this, and you've been here from the early days. So we thank you for that. And thank you for being here today, because today was the first day of many. And as we go, we'll kind of mold this or tweak it however possible to make it better and to really give you what you need to help you out. So we love the feedback. Anytime you can give us feedback so we can help you better is great for us, because we're here to serve and to help everyone we can. So thank you. That's
Thanks,
all I
Gary.
have.
So there's two things. Please come to these events. Hang out on Peggy's Cove. By the way, you can use Peggy's Cove as meeting room. It's open 24/7. It's never closed. So you can say, when can you meet? You don't have to create a Zoom link or something. It's not necessary. Just say, meet me on Peggy's Cove tomorrow at 2 Eastern, and boom, there you are. And from there, you can go in one of the nature rooms if Peggy's Cove is too busy, which I hope it will be at some point. But there's a lot of other rooms that you can go to. And that's the purpose of the whole thing. And that's what I like about this Go Brunch system. Go Brunch is a weird name, but he thought about food.
I like it. I kind of like it.
I've always been a fan of brunch. So
Me too.
yeah,
I'm like thinking I like it a whole lot. Especially if I can sit at that table right there and look at nature while I'm eating.
Of course you can.
Yes, I think as this community grows and there's more of us in here, I mean, I think it's great to have people interacting and bouncing ideas off each other, because that's how a lot of times we figure things out. Christine and I have calls every day, and just from having a conversation, some of the greatest ideas, spring forth. So it's awesome. So we have more people doing that. How great.
Yeah, and I really liked going over some of these books, and fortunately I had a few of them already, and it kind of inspired me to go back and review some of them again. And I I ordered one of them, the Purpose Driven Life. I have, but it's been years since I listened, so I'm going to re-listen
Yeah.
to it now. Thank you.
And actually, the book has QR
Yeah.
codes now where he has additional materials. You can listen to his video.
Oh, good.
And I
Good.
like Pastor Warren.
Yeah. Well, I listen. Yeah. Yeah. I listen to most of my books on audio because if I'm on the road, I can get through them. And I mean, I listen to a lot of books. That's how I get. And when I'm walking, I like to listen to a book when I'm walking because it's quiet and I can just get through it. But yeah, thank you for the suggestions. I'm excited about some of these. It's really good. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so
time
much.
today.
And I hope to see
And it
you.
was
Thank-
great to meet Karen. Thank you,
Yeah,
Karen. It was nice to meet you.
it's a pleasure meeting you too, Peggy. And thank you so much, Gary and Christine. This is wonderful. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Karen, for being who you are and
Thank
doing
you,
what
Karen.
you do to help to elevate wellness and goodness in the real universe, right? That's the whole purpose.
That's what it's
Yes.
all about. And if I can be supportive in your endeavors, I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, we would love to do that. There's a standing invitation to meet with us. I think on the website is there. We should put an appointment link here. Do we have an appointment link here? Oh yeah,
That's on the
just go to that
website.
link I gave you. I'll put it back in the chat. It's still there. The chat never goes away. This one here. Oh, that now it doesn't track. Sometimes it puts it in as the whole link turns, and I have to ask him. See, it doesn't do it that way. Now, let me try something. Yeah, it doesn't take the web events in the link. Stupid thing. It does it further up, so I don't know what the difference is. But when you click on it, just either copy and paste it or click on it, go to the events, and
Okay.
you can read what it is, opt in and book a call with one of us or with both of us and talk about it. And we can always talk about how we can support each other to help you grow as a person and your practice and be part of this whole movement. Thank you so much.
Yes, we're stronger
Awesome.
together, right? We are stronger together.
So true, Gary.
let's band together and spread goodness.
Thanks. I think we have another
Awesome.
meeting.
Awesome.
Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful weekend too, please.
Yes, you
Take
too.
care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.